everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Leatherneck Insider. I'm Cody Gill.
And I'm Ben Wamsley. We'll start things off with TSSR Game Time Live Athlete of the Week. Leatherneck Insider reporter Kobe Blackmon got the chance to speak with this week's winner.
We'll welcome you back to another TSSR Game Time Live Athlete of the Week. This week I'm with men's soccer player Liam Gainey. Gainey, how are you?
Good to be here.
Yeah, for sure. And Liam, 3 goals in the past 2 games, 2-game goal streak. What's keeping you going? What's getting you going, and how do you stay consistent?
Well, I just try to do extra work outside the field, outside of practice. Teammates have been helping me a lot too, especially against the goal, against UIC, the second goal. Just great teamwork right there, honestly.
And senior here now at Western, how do you help develop the younger players?
Well, I just try to talk to them whenever we're before practice or after practice. I just try to talk to them during practice as well, just trying to encourage them. Yeah.
Conference play is coming up. What's the message coaches giving to the team, and around the locker room, what's the message between the players?
Just staying ready, just keeping the hunger up. He's been focusing to run a lot. He wants us to run a lot, so that's a big emphasis. Yeah, just coming out with a lot of running and just being hungry for the win.
Yeah, you're originally from Germany. Is there anything you're still getting used to from America to here?
Well, not really. I mean, my dad's actually American, so I grew up with the culture a little bit. So it's not been hard for me to fit in. But yeah, it's been great.
All right, this is another segment of Athlete of the Week. I'm Kobe Blackmon, reporter from Leatherneck Insider.
Thanks, Kobe, and congrats to Liam Gainey.
The WIU volleyball team is currently in the last day of the Leatherneck Classic. Leatherneck Insider reporter Nathaniel Rogers covered the teams invited to the Classic this weekend.
The Leatherneck Classic is back in Macomb, and 3 teams were invited: the Chicago State Cougars, Valparaiso Beacons, and Missouri Tigers. Let's start with the latter. Missouri, the 22nd ranked team in the nation, is making a 3-hour ride up to Macomb to figure out the kinks before entering SEC play. Valparaiso comes into Macomb with a 7-3 record and on a 3-game win streak. They'll be trying to keep momentum entering Missouri Valley play. Chicago State enters the Classic having not won a single set all season, and things aren't looking like they'll get easier this weekend. The team will see what they can put together before entering NEC play. The Leathernecks haven't had it easy up to this point either, but coming back home might set things the right way before entering OVC play. Well, expect a great weekend of volleyball. And reporting for Leatherneck Insider, I'm Nathaniel Rogers.
Thanks, Nathaniel, and good luck to the volleyball team with their match against Mizzou today at 4 p.m.
The WIU football team had their home opener this past weekend, and we've got some highlights from the game last. After coming off 2 Big Ten losses, the 0-2 Leathernecks looked to win their home opener against the 1-1 Valparaiso Beacons. Starting off in the first quarter with a handoff to Markel Holman, who takes it for a huge gain downfield to the 50, 40, 30, and finally brought down at the 25-yard line for a huge gain. The Leathernecks would go on to score that drive. Moving into second quarter play, and we have Chris Irvin in the shotgun position. He throws one downfield to Damari Davis, who flips into the end zone for a 2-score lead for the Leathernecks. Over on the defensive side of the ball, this time with Valparaiso trying to get some work done on the ground. But defensive back Christian Pierce has other plans, putting a quick end to that drive. In the last 5 minutes in the half, and Chris Irvin makes the pass to Markel Holman, who could care less about the defenders, dragging them in with him for the touchdown before halftime. Coming out of the half with the ball, the Leathernecks decide to capitalize with a drive near the red zone. It's Chris Irvin, again in the shotgun position. He's able to look to his left and find his tight end, Alex Williams, who breaks the tackle and is able to take it the rest of the way for a touchdown, adding even more points to the Leathernecks' already huge lead. In the last minute of the third quarter, and Chris Irvin again heaves one downfield, this time to A.J. Harris, who he connects with, who brings it in for the 42-yard completion. Just under 5 minutes to play, and the Leathernecks want just one more touchdown. Chris Irvin lobs one up to Brandon Lanier for their final score of the game. The Valparaiso Beacons would go on to score 2 more touchdowns. We're just as happy as Ray is, as the final score would be 51-30, and the Leathernecks would get their first win of the season. We're going to head to a short break, and when we come back, we've got some WIU soccer as well as some tennis. We'll be right back.
Taking me home, taking me home.
Here, I engineer the future.
Taking me home. Bring me back.
Here, I have countless opportunities.
Taking me home. Bring me back.
Here, I do research.
Right here at Western.
WIU women's soccer freshman Abigail Schilling scored her first goal at the collegiate level against Valparaiso on Thursday. Leatherneck Insider reporter Patrick Cummings had the opportunity to speak with Schilling about her emotions after her first goal as well as her adjustment to the Division I level.
Hello everyone, I'm Patrick Cummings, reporter from Leatherneck Insider. I'm here with freshman Abigail Schilling. Now Abigail, you scored your first goal against Valparaiso on Thursday. Take me through your thoughts and emotions when you scored. Hello everyone, I'm Patrick Cummings, reporter from Leatherneck Insider. I'm here with freshman Abigail Schilling. Now Abigail, you scored your first goal against Valparaiso on Thursday. Take me through your thoughts and emotions when you scored.
I was just super excited to get that first goal underneath my belt. You know, I was just excited to celebrate with my teammates. You know, there's emotions were running high at the time. You know, like everyone was coming for like the hugs and whatnot. So I just hope that I can, you know, get more underneath my belt and keep the train rolling.
All right. Now, you came from St. Vincent High School. How have you adjusted, in soccer terms, how have you adjusted from St. Vincent level to the Division I level here at WIU?
I feel like the biggest difference between like college and high school is the speed of play and the physicality. So I worked on like over the summer getting faster, getting stronger, getting fitter. So a lot of my time was just spent in the weight room and on the soccer field just running most of the summer. So just trying to get in peak fitness shape. So.
All right. Now, what is one memory for playing for St. Vincent that you'll never forget?
It's hard to just pick one memory because, you know, high school soccer was some of the best, like, soccer moments in my life. I got to play with my best friends. The coaches were awesome. But I feel like the biggest memory that I'll remember forever is my senior year when we went to state. That was really amazing. You know, I mean, we didn't get the storybook ending that I was hoping for. We ended up getting second. We lost in championship. But, like, just to see the support from my hometown and just all of us coming together, it was super incredible, and it was something I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Thanks, Abby. I'm Patrick Cummings, reporter from Leatherneck Insider.
Thanks, Patrick. The Leathernecks are on the road to face off against Morehead State tomorrow at 1 p.m.
The WIU women's tennis team is off to a strong start after getting dominant wins at the SEMO Fall Invite. Leatherneck Insider reporter Glenn Novak spoke to head coach Luke Ogren about the team's success.
I got the chance to talk to head coach Luke Ogren about the team's success at the SEMO Invite.
Yeah, we had a lot of good results last year with a very, very young team, so it's been really nice. A lot of good players came in last year, so hoping to kind of keep that trend going, getting them in the right headspace, getting them in good positions to win. We definitely had some good results already against SEMO and against a few other teams at their invite. So hoping that we can really help, especially the new ones, to get on track as well and help continuing to build the confidence of the returners.
And then I was able to ask him about how you can take this momentum into the following matches.
Yeah, so we have 3 in a row here to start the fall, which is a little hectic, having it be 3 weekends in a row, but just trying to build confidence, trying to execute game plans that we want and being able to build that confidence so that when we get to the spring, you know, they're coming in on kind of a high where they've been able to play well, they've been able to win some matches, they've been able to learn from losses. That's going to be kind of our key because we all know once we get to conference season, there's no matches off. You know, we need to be locked in, we need to be ready for all of them. So as we're going through the fall, it's just trying to build to that.
I'm Glenn Novak from the Leatherneck Insider. Back to you.
Thank you, Glenn. The team will look to continue their success as they play in the Redbird Duels this weekend. We're going to head to another short break, but when we come back, we're going to hit the hardwood with some men's and women's basketball. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Not W. It's not W. It's W. 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 That's what I've been stressing out about the most so far. It's saying W because I know it's something you're going to say. Yeah, we've been ready.
They're like, we're waiting on, what are we waiting on?
They haven't said anything. I said we're ready to go. We can start.
Hello, everyone. I am Will Thomas.
And I'm Dane Mackley. Welcome to this week's edition of Leatherneck Insider.
WIU women's basketball has announced their non-conference schedule for this year. Leatherneck Insider reporter Kobe Blackmond got a chance to speak with head coach J.D. Gravina on his thoughts.
WIU women's basketball non-conference schedule has been released. I spoke with head coach J.D. Gravina to get his insight on the matchups.
It's fun to get to play Quincy. We've done it a couple times in my tenure here. I think the more exciting thing this year is that's my former player coaching, Allie Schwagmeyer, who just got the job this year. So I'm really proud of her and excited to have her back to Western Hall. So that's special when you get to play against someone you coached, and that they're now into coaching. So I'm excited about that. And then, the non-conference schedule, a little tougher this year. That happens when you're going to be better. Teams don't want to play as much, or the better teams still do. So, and then of course highlighted by playing at Iowa. There's just no better experience. Probably be sold out. Drake is one of the top 10 mid-major women's basketball teams in the nation. So, and then we have a nice home schedule too with Bradley coming here to Western Hall.
And as we continue to look ahead, Gravina takes a step back and give his final thoughts on the 2024-25 season.
Well, I'll start with the positives. I just love the ending, and you always want to get better as the year goes on. And I thought, those last couple weeks of the regular season, even with some losses, we played really well and set ourselves up to make that successful conference tournament run. And then, that just gave our program so much momentum and gave the players an idea that they can play at that high level. And then to sneak into postseason tournament, that's special. That's hard to do around here, and then especially to win a game. I think it was only the second postseason game we've ever won in our program, and to do it at home in front of a huge crowd was really exciting. And then, like you mentioned, going on the road and playing against a really good team in Illinois State and playing at a high level, I thought really set us up for the future. I will say I was a little bit disappointed in the way the regular season went. I thought after we lost Kaylin Reed, we just really struggled to kind of get back to the level I thought we were playing at early in the year, in kind of that mid area. And so I'm hoping that we can avoid both injuries this year and kind of avoid that mid-season lull.
I'm Kobe Blackmon, reporter from Leatherneck Insider.
Thanks, Kobe, and good luck to the team to start the season. We've got one more break, but when we return, we wrap things up with some Macomb High football and Kobe's Corner. You don't want to miss it.
Your vision.
My goal is to work at a top 100 television station as a reporter, anchor, and a producer.
Our mission.
Thanks to Western, I have a resume that would beat out most students from the top journalism schools in the country.
This is Western Illinois University.
I am a success story. I am a Leatherneck.
Western Illinois University. Our beginnings in 1902 focused on providing affordable teacher education training. We've changed with the times and excelled through the years. Today, Western is positioned for the next 100 years and beyond. Affordability of diverse academic programs, outstanding learning opportunities, and hands-on experiences provide excellent job placement for our graduates. This is Western, forever Western.
Welcome back to the studio. Week 3 of the Illinois high school football season wrapped up last weekend. We've got some highlights from Macomb High's Week 3 matchup. We had a battle of two undefeated teams as the Macomb High Bombers had their home opener facing off against their Route 136 rival, the Illini West Chargers, in some high school football action. We start things off hot in the first quarter, 8 minutes remaining in the first. Chargers with second and 1 at the Bomber 45. Quarterback Ethan Carlisle drops back to pass, heaves it over to his receiver Caleb Streck, but Bomber quarterback Carter Havens picks it off, takes it all the way to the house, 50-yard pick six. The Bombers an early 6-0 lead. After going 3 and out on the next drive, the Bombers would get it back with 6 minutes left in the first. On 1st and 10, Bombers quarterback Caden Up with the handoff to not Patriots quarterback Drake May, but instead his running back Drake May. He plows his way downfield through the red zone all the way to the 6. On the very next play, it's 1st and goal. May gets again and spins in for the second score of the quarter for the Bombers, extending their lead to 13-0. We head late into the second quarter. Bombers have it 3rd and 5 on the Charger 27 with 1 minute left to go in the first half. And Caden Up connects with receiver Drew Watson for the first down. Then, just a couple plays later, on 2nd and goal from the 6, Nupp will keep it himself, and he's able to fight through the contact, and he punches it in to extend the Bombers' lead to 20-0. Just a few seconds left remaining in the first half. Charger offense back on the field, and quarterback Ethan Carlisle airs one out, and it's picked again, this time by Drew Watson, to end the first half and send the teams into the locker rooms with a score of 20-0. Bombers leading. Both offenses would only get 1 touchdown in the second half, giving the Bombers a 27-6 victory and move their record to 3-0 on the young season. Drake May led the way for the Bomber offense, finishing the night with 153 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, bringing a season total to 7 touchdowns through 3 games.
We know all of you have been patiently waiting for it. It's time for Kobe's Corner. Kobe, what do you have for us this week?
Welcome back to the third segment of Kobe's Corner. Hope you all had a great weekend and a lot of sports this past week, so let's jump right into it. We're headed down south to Poplarville, Mississippi, where their opponent clearly didn't have the keys to the game. 4-star running back Ty Keys put on an absolute show, racking up 546 yards and 8 touchdowns on the ground. He averaged an insane 32 yards per carry and shattered the state record for most rushing yards in a single game. And I can't sign off without talking some NFL. Tomorrow's Sunday Night Football matchup will make history as the 0-2 Giants and Chiefs face off. This is the first time since 2002 that Sunday Night Football has featured 2 winless teams. And get this, the last time the Chiefs started 0-3 was all the way back in 2011. That's going to wrap it up for this segment of Kobe's Corner. Have a great weekend, Macomb. And remember, there's always a different sports take waiting around every corner.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this week. Be sure to check us out on all of our socials at Insider WIU. As always, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you again next week. I'm Ben Walmsley.
And I'm Cody Gill. Till next time, folks.